I wanted to take a quick minute to talk about the number 7. 7 is one of those numbers that I have to argue about a lot. There are so many people that consider 7 lucky, God's divine number. And it's without support. It's without foundation. So let's talk about it. 7 is a number that is indicative of darkness. It is a number that is indicative of opposition. It is a number that is incredibly heavy, but it's also a number that's incredibly transformative. So I want to talk to you a little bit about how I reached the conclusion that I've reached about the number 7. And it's not because I just guessed. Same with any of my interpretations, hence why I stand 10 toes down on all of them. Years of paying very close attention. Okay. I want you to do something. So not only am I going to include a few illustrations from the late Michael Jackson about the number 7, I'm going to include those. I've actually done videos on this previously. I'm going to include them at the beginning of this video. And I want you to really sit with them. Numerology, numeric frequency, and establishing any sort of resonance energetically in any form of divination requires you to be able to feel the resonance of a numeric expression based on its context. So, first thing I want you to do, let's use locational numerology as an example, which is one of the components of my craft. I want you to go to the local 7-Eleven in your town. Go to the closest one. Doesn't matter which one. They all hold the same resonance. And tell me what you see. I want you to tell me about the people you see there. I want you to tell me about the state of the building, how it looks. Is it kept up, or is it a little bit neglected? Is it surrounded by people with substance use disorder, or is it surrounded by people with high income? Okay. 7 is also the number of addiction. After that, I want you to go online and I want you to type in movies with the number 7 in it, or movie 7. When you see what the results are of that search, you are going to find movies associated with psychopathy, sociopathy, murder, darkness, in some regard relative to the storyline, even Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. Think about it. Think about it. A young girl, a young princess, murdered at the end of the day, chased after, tried to kill her multiple times and then succeeded. Poisoned. Jealousy, right? 7 deadly sins. And then 7 deadly sins. An additional aspect I want you to consider. Think of the 7 deadly sins. We have components of human behavior capable of hindering our growth or condemning us to a low frequency state of being, low vibrational state of being that is comparable to what some perceive as the state that is called hell. See how I chose my words there? Very intentionally. Because I believe it's a state of being, right? But you understand what I'm trying to say. Read the Bible and think about where the number 7 is used. Think about the concept of Jehovah or Yahweh or the demiurge, or whatever you want to call this being that governs religious texts. This is a vengeful being. Murderous, controlling. Now, this in no way means that the number 7 is without a light component because of its transformative power. You cannot transform in any other place than darkness. There is no growth. There is no transformation without adversity. It does not work that way. Darkness is necessary. But you need to understand what these energies are, my love, because you can get stuck. You can get stuck there. So, just something I wanted to share. There's a reason why Michael Jackson, and I go back to him because he drew about this, my loves, had such a fascination with that number. And you already know what his story was. Take care.